This is the Mizuno Alpha. It's Mizuno's synthetic speed boot. But how does it perform on pitch? Well, you're about to find out right after you go like, comment and subscribe to the Lovell Rugby YouTube channel for everything rugby. Let's get into the video. If you know boots, then you definitely know the Mizuno Melia. And if you know me, you know I love it because of that leather upper. It's what Mizuno are known for as a whole. So when they've introduced a new synthetic boot, it's got me asking a few questions about how it actually performs on pitch, because this is an absolute work of art of a boot. If you're picking a speed boot, then you want to stand out on the pitch, and you're definitely going to do that in the Mizuno Alpha. I mean, look at how glittery that is in the sunlight. It's a work of art, as most Mizuno boots are. And this colorway is a lovely blue with some lovely white and gold accents. But for me, it's the shape of the boot. You talk about speed boots being track spikes, and really the low cut of this boot really makes it actually look like a track spike. That, along with this really flexible classic tongue, is a combination of modern design and old-fashioned good looks. You're certainly going to look fast then, but how does the boot actually make you as fast as you can possibly run? Well, first of all, it's got a 5-layer heat-pressed upper, and that sounds like a lot, but the boot's actually super lightweight, and the only 2 layers of that we're interested in is the foam skeleton running throughout the mid and forefoot, which just gives you a bit more stability when you're running and changing direction. And then the upper layer is this matte-like, sensational, grippy feeling on the ball when you're striking it. It's really thin, really lightweight, exactly what you want from a speed boot. On the same theme is the tongue of the boot. Now, it is a modern boot because it's synthetic, but the tongue, as I said, is classic. It's not one of these knitted tongues, it's just a traditional one-piece tongue running through the middle. It's super thin, super lightweight, really adds nothing in terms of weight to the boot, but with the lacing system, keeps you incredibly locked down. And that's the next important point for a speed boot, is the lockdown. You've got all this speed, but how do you stay strapped into the boot without having any foot slippage when you're running so fast? Inside the heel area, which is already quite tight, is this zero glide knit material that actually almost makes your foot difficult to put in the boot. That's how much it keeps you locked in. It's really grippy and just keeps you strapped into the ride, along with those laces. Really comfortable, locked in feel. Finally then, the last tech feature that I really was hoping and praying for when coming from the Mizuno Melia is the sole plate. The Mizuno Melia is more of a comfort fitting boot, and therefore the sole plate is a little bit more flexible, but this is stiff. As the boot suggests, it's a speed boot, it's a track spike, and all of that is sat on an AG sole plate. In this variation, they also have the FG and the SG, so you have all choices for all surfaces of playing. So those are the things that I love about the Mizuno Alpha. It's definitely a speed boot compared to the Melia, which is a bit more of a jack of all trades. But the only thing I could improve about this is the break-in period. It is a little bit more compared to the nice soft leather on the Melia, but other than that, it's really, really fast, a really unique feeling on the ball. As for fit and sizing, it's a speed boot. It's going to be a little bit tighter, but as a speed boot goes, it should accommodate all foot widths. The length is the different thing. They fit, I'd say, 1/4 to half a size long. So make sure you consider that when you're picking them up on the Lovell Rugby website for, and this is where things get even better, £185 for a top tier boot that performs as well as this does. Unreal price, unreal boot. Make sure you go and check them out on the Lovell Rugby website. Like I said, leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, comment if you're going to make the change from the Melia to these, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for everything rugby.